Hi guys, Car Behind the Camera here for Team Shift. Today we have Luke's deck profile from Hatfield Regional. What did you play and how did you do?
I played Mine Burn. I made top 8, I went X2 and got 6.
Okay, let's go right into the deck profile.
So, we play the best card in the format, Mystic Mine. This card's dumb, they should never have printed it. So we play as many copies as possible. We play 2 Terraforming, we play 3 Demise of the Land. It's the most situational one, but you need to play as many as possible and every deck special summons within turn 1. Salamangreat especially, as soon as they summon a Sunlight Wolf and dump Rage, you Demise of the Land, Mystic Mine goes on the board and they don't have an out left in their deck.
It's important to not do it on the first summon, right?
Yeah, it's important not to do it on the first summon. You usually try and let them put a couple of monsters on board, or especially when they've already dumped Rage, because that's their only out in the main deck, unless they're maining back removal, which is kind of rare. And we also play 3 Metaverse. It's the best way into it. You don't want to activate it turn 1 unless you have Lilith, and that's quite rare. And Demise of the Land is, you can't always get it to resolve, but unless you're against Draco, it should resolve turn 1. But this is your best one. You can get Ashed, but usually you have more than one way into mine turn 1, so it should be fine. Lilith is another way into mine. So Lilith in my deck gets me to Metaverse or a Drama Trio. It's nice to have the option, and I think they're the only cards you need to play for Lilith. Sometimes it also swings for 1,000, which is one less turn for Wave Motion Cannon. Doesn't come up a lot, but well. Then we play lots of draw spells. We play Plot Extravagance. The extra deck's really important. So unfortunately you have to banish some of them, but draw 2 is good. We play Duality as well. It's the best card in the deck. You get to whatever you need, whether you already have Mine, you get to a protection card from Mine. If you need a Wave Motion Cannon, you can get to that. The card's insane. It doesn't clog with Extravagance either because it doesn't draw. And then Demise is probably the worst draw card in the deck.
Surprising, right?
Surprising, yeah, but a lot of the time it's just really iffy. You just want to sort of set 5 pass, and you can't really do that with Demise, because if you play the field spell, you need to have field spell Lilith and back row, or just back row. It's iffy, but it says draw 3, so you still play it. And we play some more draw spells. We play Ledger Domain. Carl was annoyed I was mispronouncing this a lot. It's slow, but people can't outmine until they draw one of their removal spells, and most decks don't main it. So you can wait 3 turns and grab 3 cards. It's insane. And then I played Gold Sark. The list is very much based off the list that came first at San Jose Regionals. And I don't know why I didn't play Gold Sark. It's similar to Legerman. There's 1 turn less, and you just get Wave Motion. It speeds it up, so I don't see why you wouldn't play it. And then the win condition. The only burn card I play in the whole deck is Wave Motion Cannon. A lot of lists.
Trio tokens.
Actually, I did burn with the trio tokens when someone was diagram popping his trio tokens. But the only real card you do damage with is Wave Motion Cannon. So the lists either play lots of traps like Just Desert, Secret Power, etc., and you burn someone quicker. But I think the deck's a lot more bricky because you can't protect mine. So I think it's better to just play a sort of control version that protects the mine, and you just wait until you have 8 counters on this. This is a really cool card that the San Jose list played, and I think it's brought attention to the card. So it's Spiral Drone every turn. You see a Twin Twister or MST, anything like that, you put it at the 3rd card, and they never draw it. It's great.
The downside to it's irrelevant as well, right?
Oh yeah, you can't summon for the rest of the turn apart from Valkyrie or something. I don't know, it never came up. The only downside of the card is it's an extra continuous spell. So sometimes your back row is clogged, and with Demise especially, that's what makes Demise kind of bad. You only have 5 back row spaces, and if you go set 4 Demise, you might get a card like... you can get cards stuck in your back row that you can't activate. So that's the only downside, is that it takes up another spot there. And then we play some more protection for mine, so Dark Bribe. It's a shame there's nothing else that you can use to negate MST or Twin, like Deflector turns off mine, so you wouldn't play it. But them drawing a card doesn't matter. It's mostly used on Rage or Raw. It's just better bribe, really. You don't care about paying life points. 3 Drama Trio. So this is for opponents that figure, okay, I'm just not going to summon a monster and wait until I draw my outs. You can make sure they have monsters. So especially good against Sky Striker because it stops them activating Engage, Afterburners, etc. But the problem with that is they have multi-roll and Area 0. both of those cards remove the tokens, so we play Unending Nightmare just for this matchup. You need to make sure multi-roll and Area 0 don't stay on the field. As well as the tokens, they can, once you metaverse them on their first link summon, they can multi-roll Area 0 their Sky Striker link, and then pass turn and your mind blows up. So you need to make sure that doesn't happen. Luckily, I didn't have to play against Sky Striker. The matchup's very hard. So that's the main deck, it's 40 cards. I really like the main, I don't think I change anything about it. Side deck, I'm not happy with it at all. I think it's really poor.
Yeah, we'll jump to that before the extra day.
Yeah, the extra is not important. So I played 3 Lance here. I was just worried about like combo decks and Thunder Dragons and
Orcust.
Orcust is really hard. If they go first, they set up like a couple of negates and like pop and ascend, and if you set 5 pass, they can pick away and try and hit metaverse. So it's a card you need. I didn't side it in. I didn't play against Orcust. I sided a Firecracker. I was at 14 cards in my side, and I just wanted a card where, in case I'm getting about to go to time, like I had a really long, like 35-minute game against Sky Striker, or a deck that can just Gargoyle Cowboy me or Kana me. I just wanted an option so that if they do that and they scoop up right before time, I had, you know, something. But yeah.
Just needed more burn in your burn deck.
Yeah,
right?
I just needed more burn in my burn deck. 3 MST. This is mostly for like Sally and stuff. So the decks that do play, that, you know, they'll side in their Cosmics, their Twins, their MSTs, whatever, and they'll set them all turn 1, which is completely wrong. Just hold it in your hand. So as soon as they, you know, Sally will go, they'll set their Rage, they'll set their Twin. You can MST and start hitting the cards that would clear your mind. I sided this in a lot, and I think it was really good. It's one of the only parts of the side I really liked. 2 Field Barrier. I would have played 3, but I couldn't find a 3rd. It's okay. It's better against decks when you know MST and Twin are both coming in, and then they have to use their MST and Twin really on your Wave Motion Cannon, and it makes the game a lot slower, but like, yeah. There's some matchups where you just need another sort of engine card, but you want to side out like Unending Nightmare against combo decks, so yeah. 3 evenly matched, similar reason as the MSTs. People will set all of their removal, turn 1, evenly matched, they get to keep 1. You probably play through that. Same with like combo decks like Pendulum that put out like 4 negates. I did actually break a Pendulum board that had like 4 negates on it, just with like Mystic Mind, Demise of the Land, Demise, Set, Metaverse, etc. So that's the reason I played that card. And then I played 3 Mask of Restrict. I was terrified of playing against True Joker. The matchup's impossible because they diagram pop spells or they tribute over spells. So yeah, I sided that for that matchup. Just because the side's largely not important, you don't need to side that often. Extra deck's my favourite part of the deck. I didn't summon anything from extra deck all day, obviously. It's a shame Kugari went to 1, so you can only play 1 of this. We did play 3 other cards. We played 3 Link Spider and 2 Secure Gardener. I couldn't find a 3rd.
Shout out to the 1 super.
Shout out to the 1 super. I couldn't get 3 always on the day. So just in case I had to play a Mirror and they were Drama Trio'd me, I'd have Link Spider to turn into a Secure Gardener. So once per turn, they do no burn damage. It's weaker in a Mirror where they're playing burn traps because they'll lose that. But if they're playing the same build where they just use Wave Motion Cannon, if you summon this, you probably win. So
They need to get 2 set up before they
yeah, they need to get 2 set up. And if they have 2 set up, their back row is not, they don't have enough spaces to protect them in the back row. I played Nightmare Phoenix as well, just in case, maybe Mirror, I don't know. And then we played some Flextra deck spots. So we played a Trident, a Dragion. Didn't summon it, surprisingly. Black Knight Armor Master. Unfortunately, I didn't summon this one either. Shout out to Carl, his favourite deck, Black Wings. And shout out to Isaac, his favourite deck's Pendulum. So I played Ignista. Nearly summoned it. Shame I just didn't have 2 monsters, including a tuner. Play some Ghost Rares because they're pretty. Shout out to Joe and Jack. Shout out to Michael. He lent me these. Nice Ulti Heraclinos and this pretty Geysers. Didn't summon them either, surprisingly. And then the last spot was the Quacker Hercules. Yeah. I also want to shout out Alex. He lent me loads of the cards in the main deck, like the pots and something else.
Probably something important.
Shout out to Michael. He lent me the Wave Motion Cannons, these pretty super ones. Shout out to Carl.
Shout out to our sponsor Manaflux as well.